Happy Halloween, puppets! And today, on this fine and spooky day, we shall have a soul feasting, a collage of 3 strange and unusual videos for your spine to chill over. Number 10. Sonic EXE. He hates his fan art, and really, I can't imagine why. He has abs and big sparkly eyes. But in this picture, I'm sure he'll have to deal with it. Number 9. Maskey despises many things, and of course fan art is one of them. But apparently a chibi version of Maskey eating cheesecake makes up the difference. Number 8. Happy Appy doesn't care too much for his fan art. Okay, we're all gonna have to submit here. We're talking about a fucking apple with teeth who hates smaller apples of his kind. Are we seeing the problem here? Number 7. Isaac Grossman is a major dick that finds himself napping on his own human couch, thank you. His fan art just pisses him off more. Number 6. Homicidal Lou gets even more homicidal when he sees the chibi sex pictures of himself. But who wouldn't? Okay, I wouldn't. Number 5. Mr. Creepypasta. This has few exceptions. Badass art is okay, but itty bitty cutie committee, not so much. Number 4. The salesman pretty much likes anything, but his lemons actually piss him off. Oh, so arousing. A toothpick with legs bouncing up and down. Okay, that didn't sound right. Number 3. Laughing Jack finds it pretty offensive that humans find it necessary to create a black and white John Wayne Gacy with abs. Of course, he may have abs, but may not molest little boys at parties, but it's just a metaphor. Number 2. Poor Jeffrey. He has a lot to keep up with, be it fan art or fangirls. I'm sorry, I personally find this fucking adorable. Number 1. Slendy doesn't care for his fan art too much. Isn't on his top 5. But at least he takes it like a trooper. I'm sure those little girls up there with the knife didn't. Hey, was that joke too soon? That's why I hate fan fiction. Make people stab other people 13 times in the chest. It fucks people up. Come on. I love my fan art. And no matter how ridiculous it may seem, it's just too heartwarming to see people creating great things. Number 10. Billy Joe. Billy Joe is claimed to see Laughing Jack during one of his few days off. His daughter came in screaming about something in her bedroom, and when they went to inspect, he saw a figure slither from the floor out the window. He said it had spikes on its shoulders. Damn Kardashians. Number 9. Known as the android Lloyd Webber of music, Danny Elfman is a large idol in the orchestra industry. He was behind Nightmare Before Christmas, Pirates of the Caribbean, and even did the voice for Cicero in Skyrim. He was on tour in France, bedding down in a hotel when he heard a voice in his ear. He described it as a hollow and soulless man trying to get his attention. He said that he had turned around to face the small refrigerator and saw a figure crouching down staring at him with white eyes. Anyone claimed a parlay will get pastified. Number 8. Luke Perry is a small name as opposed to what he used to be. But in the middle of the night, Perry had heard a scream outside his bedroom door. He opened it and saw 2 bloody footprints, which, much to his demise, he was alone at the time. God, when that record deal comes creeping. Number 7. Formerly known as Hannah Montana, or more famously known as Chicken Butt, Miley Cyrus has seen a man with a hoodie in her dressing room. He wore a red mask with strange symbols painted in black on the eyes. Of course, this could be easily explained. The fashion police have rightfully taken her into custody for those awful outfits. Makes sense. Makes sense. Number 6. This should come to absolutely no surprise, but Marilyn Manson has had his fair share of evil spaghetti. Manson found it a bit odd that fangirls weren't the only ones peeking out of his closet. In Los Angeles on June 19, 2006, Manson jolted out of his bed from scratching and banging coming from his closet. Thinking it was someone trapped in there from last night's party, he opened it up to find nothing but clothes arranged in a semicircle. Girl Scouts just freak out people, so stop. Just stop. Number 5. The only person on this freaking list that will be cared about is Harry Styles, known as one of the band members from One Direction. He had claimed to see Slender Man while he was walking from a grocery store. This was before they were famous, so it wasn't a fan. Maybe Slender was trying to stop him from being famous. I mean, who could blame him? Number 4. Kid Rock. For those who don't know who he is, the most famous fucking musician ever, Kid Rock is a musician and is more famously known for his song All Summer Long. During his music video, he said that he saw a hand jolt out of the water towards him. Of course, we're talking about Kid Rock here. It may have been one of his druggy moments. Number 3. Rick Moranis is a very wimpy type of guy, walking on the edge of nerd, and probably will never get away from that. During his famous film, Little Shop of Horrors, he had told his producers that on the way to the studio, one of his tires had blown. During his predicament, a faceless man offered him a ride. Moranis politely declined and fixed it himself. You can only imagine the break that he shit out that day. Number 2. Matthew McConaughey may have an annoying aura about him, but a pasta that had laid that aside to give him a scare. Matthew's hilarious story starts out about him in the bathroom sitting down and doing his business when he heard a faint tapping. At first he thought it was one of his maids, but they had all gone home for the night. He had no windows in his bathroom, so much to his dismay, his horrifyingly discovery that a tapping was coming from a headless figure behind the mirror. Teach his maids to use Windex. Number 1. Al Capone was a famous bootlegger and had a face that only a mother would tolerate. He was very successful in his business and was only caught by a minute slip up in his taxes. However, he had claimed all the way up to his death that a satanic monk with a black cloak had been haunting him. Frankly, I wouldn't be worried about the monk. Be worried about your taxes. I mean, come on, that's just scary. I wonder if he got audited. Number 10. The Laughing Jack is 10 foot 9 inches at the smallest of accounts. His origins are rather blurry, but what we do know is that he's from England, the mid-19th century. Though he looked a lot different than what he does now, he changed his look in the mid-20s, and he has looked like that forever. Number 9. LJ is known for a lot of things, including child killings, but there are a few things that have been totally forgotten and have been shut up throughout time. Laughing Jack picks out bratty children, and even those who have grown up, he can still stalk. Ha! Some of you puppets I can tell are fucked. Number 8. Laughing Jack has a little hobby. He makes his own candy. Imagine this. You reach into a candy bowl and see this mother of pearl black and white candy. It is silky to the touch, and you can almost smell the flavoring caressing your nostrils. You unwrap it and place the serenity on your tongue. You swallow its sweet pieces, only to choke and die because of high amounts of cyanide. He makes his own candy and feeds it to the little boys and girls that greedily take it from him and die from poisoning. Swallow. Number 7. Just another thing to fear is that his sexuality. He has a swooning of sexual offendermen, really, and he finds that a woman that eats more is more attractive. He is known for picking young women and chunky women. Wait, stop the goddamn video. Why in the world is chunky women targeted? Well, okay, if some men out there want skinny women, we can always look to the boss just to make us feel better, right, girls? Number 6. For those who don't know, Isaac Grossman is someone that Jack trusted, and his color faded as Isaac left. Whereupon his return was supposed to be a happy one, it turned out to be the opposite. Isaac had completely forgotten about him. Though he is still alive, LJ has completely sworn off any kind of thought about Isaac, and will never make eye-to-eye contact with him. Oh, what a tough bromance. Number 5. Though this topic is regularly argued, Laughing Jack's true origin of where exactly he was created, Snuff Bomb was someone whom just brought to light of what Jack was. In no way did he ever create him. Some say that Jack was created by a guardian angel of Isaac's, yet some speculate that he was made by the devil himself. Jack himself never attested to these accounts, and we may never know exactly where he came from. However, Candyland is always a possibility. Number 4. Jack may kill children, but he has a bit of a soft side. on some of these. If he sees a child being abused by the parents, be it sexual, physical, or even mental, he will brutally torture the parents and take in the child. He will eventually raise the child into the circus and make them a part of it. Employment on aisle 9. Number 3. Jack has one extremely hard to spot weakness. It is between his jugular and shoulder blade. There is a small area that is about half the size of a human thumb. The two areas have to be pressed with a pressure amount of 25 pounds at the same time to even stun him. He is very strong, so chances are of someone pushing on his neck with both hands at the same time is about as likely as Jeff becoming a firefighter. Number 2. Over the years, Jack has been associated with Pop Goes the Weasel. This is true, but there is one more song that he loves just as much, Ring Around the Rosie. Some say the reason behind this is that Jack had been watching from his little music box and can remember Isaac's mother suffering from yellow fever, and he can associate Ring Around the Rosie with her sickness, mistaking it for the Black Death. Number 1. Jack has a very edgy road when it comes to, well, everything. We have talked about everything from his past to his weakness, so let's talk about his strength. In 1984, Ted Arcacity bench pressed 666.9 pounds, setting a very accomplished record. However, Jack most bench pressed is 57 tons, which is a staggering 114,000 pounds, which means he could hold up to 3 12-liter 6-cylinder city buses with ease. That amount is just what some witnesses have seen, so as far as humanity is concerned, he could possibly and most definitely lift more. And am I the only one who wants King Kong to take on LJ? That would be epic. You have been such a great audience, and happy Halloween, puppets. Okay, I'll stop.